My name is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. This is a general tarot card reading. It is designed for anybody who has Pisces somewhere in their birth chart. You can also be a cross-watcher. You can be drawn to this because it's come up automatically on your feed whilst you've been watching YouTube, or you might just like the thumbnail for this video on your feed. So this is being recorded at the start of November. There's an awful lot going on astrologically at the moment. The main thing being change. That you have this time until the middle of November, until the 19th of November, when Pluto goes from Capricorn into Aquarius. You have this time to make changes, get rid of things that no longer serve you. If you don't, then the universe might make the changes on your behalf, or it might be that you just carry on in the next cycle, which is 20 years of Pluto being in the new sign of Aquarius. So you've kind of been warned that this is a real time for introspection, about being very honest with yourself and your life about what isn't serving you anymore and doing something about it. Because we also have various planets, which are Mercury and Mars, are going retrograde, and that again is, well, Mercury is retrograde. Mars has just moved into Leo, which is a really beautiful conjunction, because it means that it's all, there's been a lot of water about, I think, and now we're getting into a bit of fire, and the two of them together produce a really beautiful sort of strong forward-thinking connection. But at the same time we have Mercury going retrograde, and that's about communication. This is again you speaking your truth, you not hiding light under a bushel. That might just be a British term. That means don't be shy, don't not speak up. Now is a time when you absolutely have to be speaking your truth to those who perhaps you felt that you haven't been able to do it to previously. And again, this is all about cycles. The Pluto is going into Aquarius in the middle of November. This is timeless again, so we're all on different energetic timelines. And then also Mars and Mercury are really key until January. So, you know, look at things really honestly as to what it is that you are needing to change and needing to move away from, to free yourself, so that when the planets all move into their new planetary alignments, that you have the opportunities and you've freed yourself from the old to be able to embrace the new. The underlying energy that we have for the reading, Pisces, is the Tower card, and this is very, very key for where we are in the cycle of energy at the moment. The Tower is things changing. Whether you like it or not, the Tower brings about sudden change. And although you might not realise it at the time, or it might not feel like it at the time, this is to benefit you. This might be, as I said at the beginning, that this is change happening because you are not making the changes yourself that you should be. And so the universe sees this. If you've been going through since 2008, if you've been going through a similar cycle where you just, maybe you haven't been listening to your intuition, you've been going through the same old mistakes and wondering why this just keeps happening to you, the Tower means that you have had the last 14, 15 years to learn from these endless cycles that you've been in. I've had a rotten life since 2008. Well, I started off all right and then realised that I was not in a good place. And now I have learned, I have put barriers up, I have said no in relationships with people. I am not taking that. I'm learning to speak up. I'm learning to put barriers up, and not ones where they're detrimental to my life, ones where I've got standards, things that I'm a Gemini, so I will put up with everything for so long, and then I will just go, nah, I've had enough of this. You've messed me around for so long, or I'm not getting what I want. And then a Gemini will just kind of click, and everything will change. And this is this cycle since 2008. So if you haven't made the changes and you're not going to make the changes for whatever reason, the Tower may be telling you that this is going to happen whether you like it or not. The cards that we have are the Lovers and the Page of Cups, the Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands, both upside down. I tend not to read reversals, but this is how they're telling me to lay the cards out. Then we have the Strength card. So we have Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. So it's all going on. This is really strong energy for you, Pisces. The Strength card has the Hanged Man upside down. Then we have the Judgment card. And the underlying energy is the Tower. The Lovers, this, because I was going to say this doesn't have to be a romantic card, but because you've got the Page of Cups here too, I do feel as though this is a romantic situation. It can also just be a situation that makes you happy. I don't do love readings. This, cups are about happiness, things that bring you joy. It does not have to, there are no princes, or there are no, court cards here. So this doesn't have to be somebody specific. This can just be that you felt that you were in love with life, or you wanted to be in love and happy in your life. And the feeling that I get is that you're still looking. I do love this Page of Cups card because he's almost going, it's like in this reading, he's almost looking up to the Lovers and going, oh, I wish somebody would just be able to sort of lift me up and be in this Lovers situation. And I also love it because he's got a little wee piggy flying, and it's like, well, I'm only going to find love when pigs fly. So I do feel as though perhaps this is a situation where you've been looking for happiness of some form. And you may have been looking for quite a while, because you've got a lot of Major Arcanas here, and they are far longer lasting, stronger energies in your life than the Minor Arcana cards are. So the next two cards we have are the Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands upside down. The Nine of Wands is either you not having the boundaries and the barriers that you should have, or that you need, or that you need to let go and put down the barriers that you have had, or you have. The Two of Wands is about making a decision about which direction to go in. You can see here that I'll turn it up the other way around. You can see here that she's got this wand that she's sort of moved away from, and she's very much holding on to this wand. She's got this dream of travelling or having a new opportunity or a new life, and she's turned her back on whatever this Two of Wands is. Perhaps you haven't turned your back on this situation. Perhaps you're still milling over as to whether this is actually going to turn into and bring you the happiness that you feel as though you so desperately want. But the next two cards, the Strength card and the Hanged Man. The Strength card shows that you are a strong person. It's also potentially saying that you need to be strong so that you can move away from this situation. And it's also saying, because the Hanged Man is upside down, that you are perhaps struggling to see things from the different perspective that you need to. Because the last card is the Judgment card, and that is about letting go. It's about, what's that saying? Let God, let go and let God. Let God and let go. But whatever it is, it means that you have to free yourself from whatever this situation is here. Because without doing that, either the universe is going to do it for you because you've got the Tower card here, or that whatever you need to do, you have to do it to free yourself up. And if you don't do it yourself, by being strong and seeing this situation from a different perspective, because that's what the Hanged Man does, you're either going to be stuck in this cycle where your barriers are still going to be here and you're not going to be able to make decisions, or the Tower's going to make the decision for you and make you move on. I just want... What other cards do I want here? I'm going to take these are beautiful animal, spirit animal tarot cards. I just want to see as they all fly out everywhere. I should say and take cards that jump out at me as well. Just want to see as to what other cards we get here. So we get the Six of Swords. Again, you've got a double Tower. Number 16, life experience is the Tower. You get the Ace of Pentacles. And you get the Knight of Cups. So this is whatever's happening here, you need to be moving away. The Six of Swords is about moving away. It says challenging times are coming to an end and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let go and embrace the happier times ahead. And interesting that this is again in this situation where you have been thinking that something is going to bring you happiness and it really hasn't. By having this life experience, this Tower moment, you will be able to, once you make this decision, you will be able to make this choice of where you're going in your life, and you will also remove these barriers that you have. The Eight of Pentacles is about learning, and this can be about you learning about yourself, about being strong, about what it is that you actually want. A parrot is really good at just learning things by rote. So, you know, he doesn't know what he's saying, but he will repeat things once he hears enough. I don't want you to be a parrot. I want you to be able to understand yourself, what you need in your life, and how you're going to get that. Because once you see this, I think that this is you needing to see what you want for yourself and what you need in your life rather than other people and what they want in their lives, that then this change will happen. And because you will realise that it has to happen, and it has to happen for you. And I think it's really lovely that the cards here, we've started off with some happiness and some potential romance, something that brings you joy, which you've been searching for. And when you move away from this and you see what you want and why you want it and you deserve it, that the last card is the Knight of Cups. And it says here, there's a frog, and it's, you know, the old story about you've got to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince. This is this. It says a deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, so stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. The decision is here. The decision is here. But you can't do it at the moment because you're still tied into this situation. And the decision is here as well. Either you make it or the universe will make it for you. But it's happening for all the right reasons. You will find that happiness that you haven't found here. Pisces, I hope that has resonated. Sometimes these things don't. You can also check out your moon and your rising sign as well. We're on energetic timelines, all different ones, so this may resonate for the early November when it's been recorded. Otherwise, anything goes. If it has resonated, I'd love it if you'd leave me a comment below and like and subscribe as well. I'm trying to grow my channel and your support just spurs me on. So thank you, Pisces. Take care. Have a beautiful rest of November. Don't forget to do the work that's needed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.